Everybody is talking about this photo of Meghan with her new friend, Kelly McKee, but nobody can explain the strange sensation they get when they lay their eyes upon it. So let's find out what makes it so cringe. I mean, you know that in body language, there's the concept of intimate space, or the space that you allow only people that you trust completely. And you can see for yourself that Kelly, bless her heart, she looks like she trusts Meghan completely. Which, not gonna lie, is quite an achievement for Meghan in 2026, in which nobody wants to be around the Duchess of Sausages, including, but not limited to, Netflix head honcho Ted Sarandos, who has quietly unfollowed her on Instagram. So, now that I think of it, maybe Meghan is doing all this blue carpet strange behavior to distract from the fact that there's no plan B and every single content creator out there, including yours truly, is pulling more views than whatever she's doing. But for Meghan, it's time to embrace new ventures and new friends, but most important, in front of the cameras. And that's what makes this video so cringe. Because there's nothing wrong in giving your friends a hug. Only that, in such a public way, it's a bit too much. Now, it's not that Kelly is feeling like a hostage or something, because if you notice this split-second frame, she's getting her own neck right next to Meghan, as in complete and absolute trust. I don't think that she's getting paid for this. But then we arrive at Meghan's hand on Kelly's pregnant belly, and I don't know, Meghan seemed like she was surprised of touching an actual pregnant belly, like it's something unique, an experience that definitely you should feel for yourself. The way we can confirm that this is Meghan is that since she's right in front of the camera, she will absolutely make sure to display more teeth than a dog fight. And you can see the difference between the two women here. Kelly has her face relaxed in a genuine smile. I mean, yes, it's strange that someone feels so comfortable with Meghan at backstabbing distance. But Meghan's smile, why does she feel the need to try so hard? Why is she like this? What is she trying to prove? Is she trying to prove that she's the happiest she's ever been? And now that I think of it, I have never seen Meghan like this with Harry. No, seriously, I have never seen Meghan this touchy with Harry. Maybe this is how Meghan would have wanted to behave with William, but tough luck. Meghan even leans into her brand new friend to make things even more uncomfortable, forcing Kelly to lean back in what looks like the world's most disturbing case of non-royal halitosis. And at some point, someone tells them it's time to move, and they move half a step to the left. I don't know what kind of game they were playing with the photographers, but as for Kelly, she went right back to pose with her hand on her belly. But it was not only the blue carpet, because they were also holding hands later in that event. Totally normal, and you can see the exact moment in which Meghan's smile muscles are starting to fail. That happens when she's running out of the dopamine shot of having 24 cameras around her. That is how narcissists behave. Now, you might not know that I have a new book out there, How to Know If He's Manipulating You, my complete guide to spot every single manipulation tactic out there, so you will never be manipulated again. So make sure to get your copy going to the link in the description of this video. Which brings us to the most cringe picture that I've seen of Meghan in some time, and most likely this is going to be the one I picked for the thumbnail of this video, because good lord, what the fuck is happening right here? Let's make this video interactive. Before I describe all the ways that this triggers your fight or flight levers, just tell a friend, send them this video, tell them to take a look at this picture and ask them, honestly, what do they think is happening here? You can share your findings in the comments, and make sure that there's going to be some consensus around the part that, regardless how close two women are, this is not the way to behave in public. In fact, if this was a private gathering, my own first thought is that they are beyond sloshed. You don't want to hear my second thought. But the key word here is clinging. Meghan is clinging on to Kelly for her dear life, or reputation, or whatever is left of it. because Meghan knows she absolutely needs people to talk about something. Anything besides her ass ever failure and her Netflix exit. Or Netflix it, whatever. Now, I'm human, and I can suffer from nostalgia too, so it's so touching watching the Markle claw out there in the wild, like the good old days of 2021 when we were happy and we didn't know it. But it's great to see it strong and swift to hang on tight to pregnant friends. But those were not the only times they were hugging. They were hugging in other times just to make sure everyone got the message that Meghan has friends and her friends love her. Especially when Meghan is forced to greet unimportant people, but she makes sure to greet them without letting Kelly go. Again, it reminds me how Meghan prevents Harry from leaving by locking him up in the basement. Such a nice touch. We could say that Meghan was holding Kelly back, because that's exactly what Meghan claimed about the Netflix and her brand, that Netflix was holding her back. But we all know the truth, right? So I guess that it's Offspring merching season, and the pictures of Meghan with Lily are already making the rounds as well. Because of course, if you dare criticize this, then you're criticizing a child, you monster. Now, I think Meghan spending time with Lily is a good thing. I think mothers spending time with their daughters is a good thing. Merching them, on the other hand, not so much. And posting cryptic pictures that they 100% are going to cause us tear, well, it's Meghan we're talking about. There's one more clip I need to mention of Meghan, but first I need to mention that all this pales in comparison with the absurdity that Harry being invited as a keynote speaker at a global summit on privacy, AI governance, in which I guess AI stands for an imbecile, and cybersecurity law, since he's a thought leader when it comes to pretending to have your phone hacked. I just hope that all that Meghan has learned so far in these entrepreneurial years, she will share with us with her podcast, because what? She doesn't have a podcast anymore. Even the second one. Oh, all right. Oh, well. Meghan, in all cases, you might try to keep looking for fresh pregnant friends to cling to, so the world forgets that you still have 100,000 jars of unsold jam down deep inside the Montecito catacombs. I don't know if you can use that as fertilizer or something. And the last clip was this one in which apparently Meghan was being asked for a picture of her alone, and she declined because she knows that when it comes to wash away any bad headlines, the one PR rule is no pictures without pregnant props. And that is something that Meghan has learned from experience. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.